Imagine this, you wake up in the world of Naruto. No Wi-Fi, no fast food, just ninja, chakra, and a whole lot of danger. Congratulations, you have been Isekai'ed into one of the deadliest anime worlds ever. Your only perk, you get to choose the village you start off from as a baby. Con, because of the butterfly effect, you can't guarantee that the story will completely go out as you plan. So you have a ticking time bomb before Madara tries to take over the world. But how do you survive? More importantly, how do you become the strongest shinobi possible so you don't get killed by a random stranger? Stick around and let's break it down. First things first, let's talk about the world you're in. Unlike your cushy modern life, the Naruto world is a battlefield. Even kids in the academy are trained to kill. If you're not careful, you could get caught in a rogue ninja attack. Or worse, be recruited as fodder in a great ninja war. So step 1, know where you are. The ninja world is divided into 5 major villages, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. And let's be honest, varying levels of survival difficulty. Konoha, one of the safest options for any aspiring ninja. Not only is it home to some of the strongest clans like the Uchiha, Senju, Hyuga, and Nara, but it also has one of the most well-rounded training systems. The village boasts an extensive jutsu library, powerful mentors like the Hokage and the Sennin, and a relatively stable government, well, most of the time. If you're lucky, you might even end up in a prestigious clan with access to powerful Gekkei Kenkai. Although it has many advantages, it is often getting infiltrated or attacked, so good luck. The Hidden Mist Village. Now, I don't want to sound like a hater, but you really don't want to wake up in the Hidden Mist during the Naruto era. This village was known for being a fucking bloodbath. Zabuza went into great detail to describe his graduation, where students had to kill each other just to pass. As a normal person, we would definitely be one of the first on the chopping block, but even if you do survive, the benefits are just quite lacking. The specializations are either toward assassinations that can be countered by so many fucking things, it's practically useless. They also have their sword techniques, but when there are only 7 of these legendary swords, and honestly only 2 of them are good, the cons really outweigh the pros. The Hidden Cloud is a powerhouse. This village produces some of the strongest lightning style users and taijutsu specialists. If you're physically gifted and can handle rigorous training, this is a solid place to be. Their military strength is no joke and they rarely lose wars. However, the competition is fierce and unless you're naturally talented, you might struggle to keep up. Bonus, they also have one of the best track records for keeping the Jinchuriki alive. So if you end up with a tail beast, this is probably the best place to be. Survival in the Sand Village is a different kind of challenge. It's less about brutal combat and more about enduring harsh desert conditions. Water is scarce, resources are limited, and if you don't have strong chakra control, you'll burn out fast. However, the village produces some of the most unique ninja, including puppet masters and wind style specialists. If you're lucky enough to be born in a powerful bloodline like Gaara's, you'll be fine. Otherwise, you better get good at working with what you got. The Hidden Rain Village. Okay, if you're born here, yikes. The Hidden Rain is constantly caught in conflicts between the major nations, and it has a history of being ruled by dictators like Hanzo and Pain. The upside? If you survive, you might become one of the strongest ninjas since the harsh environment breeds powerful warriors. The downside? You're more likely to die in a random conflict before you ever reach your potential. Unless you're a main character, this is probably the worst spawn point in the game. Now, I don't want to sound basic, but it's clear that if you want the best chance to make it to old age without getting obliterated in your first ninja mission, Konoha is hands down the safest choice. It has the best support system, access to powerful jutsu, and a relatively stable political environment. The second best option would be the Hidden Cloud since it prioritizes strength and has a solid track record for military success. If you want a challenge, try surviving in the sand or mist, and if you wake up in the Hidden Rain, good luck, buddy. You're gonna need it. Now let's talk about getting strong. Unfortunately, you weren't born in any powerful clan, so say goodbye to your dreams of a Sharingan or unlimited chakra supply. So if you're serious about surviving, you gotta start training immediately. In the Naruto world, talent is nice, but hard work beats everything. Just look at Rock Lee. No chakra control, no problem. The guy trained until he could throw hands with some of the strongest shinobi out there. If you want to be the best, you just need to grind from day 1. No slacking. Before you start throwing Rasengans or summoning giant toads, you need solid chakra control. Luckily, with the knowledge of Naruto and the consciousness of a young adult, you begin circulating and training the moment you are born. You are also aware that constantly expending chakra can grow your supply, so we are going to be training until we collapse. Once we're actually old enough to walk, we start with tree climbing, no hands, just your feet, and precise chakra flow. Because of our years practicing as an infant, we pick it up almost immediately, water walking being almost just as easy. Although this isn't actually that useful now, it's the foundation for everything from ninjutsu to dodging mid-air attacks like a pro. If you can't even stick to a tree, forget about pulling off a Chidori in battle. The final goal is to have chakra control comparable to Tsunade to unlock that super strength. Next up, hand-to-hand combat. Even if you end up specializing in ninjutsu, you still need solid taijutsu skills to survive. So you go to the best man for the job, Guy Sensei. He'll make sure to train you fast, precise, and brutal. Shadow boxing, reaction drills, and high-speed sparring will turn you into a force to be reckoned with. Although his secret technique is powerful, let him save that for Lee. Risking permanent damage to your body isn't worth the power trade-off. And with your amazing chakra control, you'll eventually get stronger than that technique anyways. Genjutsu used on an unprepared ninja is no joke. 1 second you're fine, the next you're trapped in a never-ending nightmare. To avoid that, train your chakra flow and mental resilience. Learning how to disrupt your chakra when caught in an illusion can be the difference between victory and total defeat. Meditate, sharpen your senses, and practice with a real Genjutsu user if you can. In that regard, Kakashi or kunai would be the best choices, but they're more picky with their student selection, so it may be difficult. Also, don't waste your time learning Genjutsu. Too many people can counter it to be useful, and it'll never be better than a Uchiha's. The next phase, finding a sensei. Although these temporary teachers are great, let's be real. You're not going to get strong with an average ninja teaching you. The smartest move is finding a solid sensei early. With your advanced skills, most would kill to have you as a pupil. If you're lucky, you would have been able to get someone like Kakashi who can actually teach you something. If you get stuck with a random chunin, well, time to self-study on the side. A good mentor fast tracks your growth, introduces you to real combat situations, and teaches you secrets you can't just Google in the ninja world. Last and definitely least, ninja tools. Okay, let's be honest, Tenten was a master in ninja tools, and look where it got her. Although not every fight is a jutsu battle, and sometimes a well-placed kunai or an explosive tag under an enemy's foot is all it takes. But if you ignore training in this area, I wouldn't blame you. Learn the basics, practice your aim, and then move on to more important stuff. You're not gonna be Shikamaru, where your incredible kunai skills could win you the battle, so just forget about it. Okay, let's do a mid-episode recap. You haven't even graduated the academy yet, and you're already around Chunin level. If you train like this from day one, you won't just be strong, you'll be unstoppable. Every Hokage, every legendary ninja, they didn't get there by slacking off. The only question is, do you have the guts to go on all the way? Alright, time to pick a path. Do you want to be a taijutsu beast like my guy? A genius strategist like Shikamaru, if you're smart enough? Or maybe a forbidden jutsu user like Orochimaru? Hopefully with the early training, you'll be able to master at least 2 paths. So here's a breakdown of the best options. Taijutsu specialist. Less chakra, more raw power, like Lee and Guy. Ninjutsu master. Learn powerful elemental jutsus like Sasuke or Kakashi. Genjutsu user, Urko is skipping that. Medical ninja. Survive longer and heal yourself like Sakura and Tsunade. Forbidden jutsu user. Risky, but you could end up OP like Orochimaru. Summoning specialist. Partner with powerful creatures like Jiraiya, Naruto, and Orochimaru. Or sealing jutsu user. Master powerful seals to control enemies and even-tailed beasts. Now I think it's clear what path we gotta choose. We need taijutsu for the fundamentals and the clear benefits it gives. Next is ninjutsu, as we know with just one jutsu like Chakrans can make a person from a 0 to a hero. Becoming a medical ninja would be useful but requires way too much time to study. Forbidden jutsus come with risks, body fight modifications, and just difficulty acquiring them. Summonings are nice but uses vast amount of chakra, and the best sealing techniques were lost with the extermination of the Uzumaki clan. Here's here's something people often forget. Strength alone won't keep you alive. You need allies. Naruto didn't become the strongest because he was solo. He had Kakashi, Jiraiya, and the whole Konoha gang behind him. If you try to go solo like Sasuke and be a lone wolf, you'll either get humbled real quick or worse, get hunted. So make friends, join a strong team, and get yourself a legendary teacher. And want to know the fastest way to die in Naruto? Here are the top 3 mistakes that will get you killed. Underestimating opponents. You just need one unlucky kunai to get yourself murdered. Not mastering substitutions. That jutsu's literally OP. And taking on S-rank missions way too soon. I mean, that's just obvious. If you're not a protagonist with plot armor, you better stay humble, stay alert, and have at least 3 backup plans at all times. So let's say you survive childhood, master your ninja path, and get a strong team. What's next? Well, if you want to be the strongest, you got some potential endgame goals. Become a Kage, lead a village, become a legend, and unlock all their secrets. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Even if you could become a Kage, it would take time away from training and take all of your freedom away. Learn Sage Mode, huge chakra boost, and insane combat skills, like Jiraiya, Naruto, and Kabuto. Definitely a useful technique, but the inability to move and short duration aren't great. Unlock a Keke Genkai. Since you weren't born one, stealing a Sharingan would be the next best thing. We know Danzo is stacked with those. Master all elemental releases, probably the most normal option as it'll keep you versatile and expand your jutsu variety. Finally, control a tailed beast. With your knowledge about the Jinchuriki, you could likely convince any of them to aid you. The problem is finding one that isn't already sealed. So there you have it, your ultimate guide to not just surviving, but thriving in the world of Naruto. Now, what do you think? What path would you take? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe for more anime breakdowns. See you next time, future Hokages.